Yeah. Mic check, mic check. How y'all doing out there? Emos the Witness is in the house today. Happy Monday. Hope your weekend was wonderful. Mine was. It was a very great, beautiful weekend. Great weather, great basketball. Welcome to the Emos the Witness the Field show. Episode 43, I believe. Man, we're kicking, we're moving along. We're pushing along, we're going, we're growing as a show. You see that we're approaching 50 here in a few, about a couple more weeks. Well, like I said, I'm your host, Emos Witness. I'm here to bring you a new political perspective, a new angle, a new source of justice, at least verbal or social justice, regarding the content and news that we receive on a daily basis, to push back against leaders who want to sway us, maybe mislead us in a certain way. I'm here to speak out against that, push back against that, speak truth to power, hold people accountable. And together as witnesses, going forward, we will build a show together that'll keep us more informed and that will build up greater leaders over time. So let me guide you. I'm Emos. I'm your referee. Here at Emos Witness Show, the Field Show. Instead of what the fuck I look like, right? We're tired of the nonsense. So I'm downtown. You can catch me every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 120 East Market Street from 10 to 11 a.m. Come down to the Wave One Media. People out the show, come get you a show. Come lend your voice. Downtown with two of the hardest working individuals in hip-hop, in media, Malik and Wyatt. Make sure it might as well be hip-hop. It's all crazy world we live in. But we're going to get into it, y'all. So Malik, let's turn down the news, the music, get some background music going. Let's get into the news. We had a very busy weekend. We had a lot of upsets in NCAA. I don't know if I'm getting to all that, but I'm just happy, man. You know, Malik, like I've been telling you, man, my wife's back. I don't know if I told you that, but she's back. She came back this past Saturday, man. Oh, my gosh. It was just a glorious day.
Yeah, you were telling me about it Friday.
Oh, was I? Oh,
yeah.
See, I was so giddy, man. I got to bring it up again because it was true. You, man, I don't know, America, you need two parents in the household when you're raising a kid. Shit, when you're raising a dog, if you ask me, how do y'all do it? I don't know. But she rusty, y'all. I thought I was doing good for, I wasn't doing good. I mean, I guess for 2 months, getting my daughter to school on time. I never made that happen, man. I was, like I said, I was 0 for 60. I just said, 60 days, 60 times my daughter was late to school. All 60, not even one time. I mean, the traffic officer was rooting for me every morning. I disappointed him every morning. So, my wife, so she came home and she said, let me take back over. I'm like, yes, do this. Take over. Last night she was getting her lunch together, her snacks. She was asking me like, so what did you take? What did you give her? I said, you gave her some Hot Pot. I gave her some Lunchables. I get to her what I did, and I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, like, this shit. I'm like, I didn't think twice about it. But maybe she likes my tips, what I did. And maybe she's trying to institute some new things. And, I'm like, okay, so she's got it. So I sleep in. A little bit before the show, which was a bad idea. I mean, this whole morning was fucked up. But anyway, I'm sleeping. She's running. She barged into the room and she's just like, I'm getting a call from the school about some med check, some med bot, some med thing. I'm like, yeah, it's a motherfucking MedBot app. What the fuck's wrong with you? You supposed to go in there and check her in every morning on the app. I'm like, that's a rookie mistake. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, I'm like, oh, something's wrong. I'm still asleep, and my wife is like forgetting normal shit. She's like in the doorway, like, oh, I'm half asleep. Oh, that's what that is. So our daughter is hanging out like she's suspended in the office this morning for about 30 minutes waiting to go to class. because we didn't do the COVID check on the app.
What do you got? I'm confused. Like, do you just say, oh, she got? I'm confused. Like,
like every morning we have this app. We have to pull up on our phone. You get like an alert. So she pulls up. We pull up on our phone, and you gotta like check your daughter and your child, and you gotta like say, has she been around anybody for 14 days? Has she been sick? Any symptoms? You can answer like 3 questions before you can bring her to the school. And we didn't fill that out, so she couldn't go to class until we filled that out, and they got the connection. So I'm like, man, I cannot believe you. Are you this fucking rusty? Are you serious? I'm really concerned. Like, I feel like I need to take over the duties. I'm kind of getting hyperventilating a little bit. I'm like, how come you didn't fill that out? I'm kind of going off. You know how you go off on the motherfucker with your eyes are closed still? You know, you still sleep. You still like, I don't want to wake all the way up to cuss a motherfucker out, but I'll just halfway cuss a motherfucker out while I'm sleeping so I can go back to sleep. So, yeah, you know, I'm like, damn, you know, how come you don't get the notification on your phone? You've been doing the Medbot. You know about the Medbot? She's like, I took it off. I deleted the app. I'm like, what the fuck you delete the app for? You know what I'm saying? Like, just that parent going back and forth shit. You know what I mean?
Wait, did she have a reason on why she deleted it?
She said she got tired of hearing it, the notifications. Like, you were gone for 2 months. What the fuck? You think you were gone forever? See, I knew she thought this was a vacation. I knew she was going to treat it like a vacation. You see what I'm saying? Like, hey, babe, what you doing? You say, I'm doing the hair. I'm not getting my hair done. I'm studying. Oh, okay. You just fucked all that up. So anyway, all right. Well, anyway, so yeah, she showed me her true. I was back out the driveway heading here. She pulls back up. I'm like, damn, I thought she left because I'm like, she's still continuing her studies. You know what I'm saying? So she about to go study. So I'm pulling out. She scares the shit out of me because she pulls up as I'm pulling out. Like, the fuck? Like, damn, what are you doing here? I thought you was gone already. I left her bag. Had to go get her bag and take her back up to the school. Like,
that's a real rookie mistake.
Yeah, eyes all bewildered, all eyes bloodshot red. Like, oh damn, you rusty. Damn, you need to go through parent boot camp like me. You got to get back into the Jiffy thing. I had to do a cold turkey, man. I didn't do no help in the morning. I slept in. Like, no, you got today. You showed me last night. You was putting snacks and lunch bags together. What happened? Anyway, then her dad threw me off the night before. Ice cream cake. You ever had ice cream cake before, Malik?
I don't like ice cream, so but I've definitely had.
But you know the term ice cream cake. Yeah. You know, it's been around for about at least 30 years.
Yeah, I don't know how long, but I'd assume, yeah.
Man, ice cream cake has been around before you were born, man.
Oh yeah, I would assume
for sure. You know what I'm saying? You went to a birthday party when you was probably 3 years old and found some ice cream cake on the table. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it ain't new shit.
Yeah,
it ain't new shit. When you go to my in-laws with some ice cream cake, and my father-in-law spazzes out. What the fuck is this? What is this? You mean to tell me they have ice cream in the ice cream cake? Like, yeah, motherfucker, what you mean? Shit, this shit been around since I was in middle school. Why are you so surprised? You really frustrated me because the NCAA games are on and some people are winning and some are losing, and I got DraftKings up, and you talking about some motherfucking ice cream, you're 75 years old, you talking about some motherfucking ice cream cake? You don't know what the fuck that is? Or that ever existed? I mean, he was treating that shit like it was Tesla, nigga. He was like, oh my, like it was up there with them, like it was Tesla and Groupon and all them. He probably right now trying to get some stock in ice cream and Dairy Queen and them. Don't do it, man. He's like, how do they freeze the ice cream? I'm like, motherfucker, are you serious? Like, man, I've been a part of this family for 25 years now. I think I got a right to talk a little shit and push back without, you being too disrespected. But come on, man. Ice cream cake? Shit, I mean, you're more surprised about that than electric cars. And that shit is not even done yet. We still molding this shit to existence. You done went back to 85. 1985, that shit was existed. That shit was invented. Ice cream cake.
I didn't find out about cookie cake until probably like 10 years ago.
Cookie cake. I mean, I guess I know what that is, but I'm gonna guess it's just a cake shaped like a cookie. I mean, a cookie in a round, big ass round cookie, right?
Yeah, it's a big ass chocolate chip cookie, and it's just got icing on it. Game changer. You got to try it.
But the thing, no, I know about it. The thing is, it's even if I didn't know about it, you should not be that enthused. You should expect that someone invented that shit back in the 90s at least. You know what I'm saying? Not 2020. I don't look. Oh, this goes to my segue about old folks, and I'm sorry, father-in-law. I didn't give your name out. But man, you should. If y'all motherfuckers are that excited about ice cream cake, and that is like it's a new invention, I need you motherfuckers to stay in the house and don't come out and drive your cars until the hours of 10 to 3. I might give y'all 9 to 10 at night. But old folks should not be driving, doing nothing like that shit. Get your ass in the house or you get a ticket.
Get your ass in the house.
You see Joe Biden this weekend fall up the stairs on Air Force One?
Yeah, I seen it.
Man, there's a couple of spoofs out there. Let's show a couple. I got this first one right here, man. I thought it was hilarious. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Roger, we.
This is hilarious. My great grandma had this.
You know what I'm saying? We're loading. The ego's loading. Geriatrics loading. We're on schedule. The walking cadaver, ladies and gentlemen. They ain't walking no more. They got this one right here. I saw this one. It was funny too. This is, Trump got to put his little 2 pieces in. Yes, the thing is, this, like I said, this alludes to the point I've been making, man. Old folks should not be leading. I'm sorry. Y'all need to give us wisdom. Wisdom is different than leading. You're like an oracle. We need to get a series of caves and covens, some high mountaintop benches, some tall skyscrapers with big long elevators that go up to like the 80th floor, and we need to put like wise old people in all those areas. And so we just go consult them. But they're in the way, man. They're in the fucking way. I'm sorry. Okay? Old folks, you need to get your medicine too. We hold everybody accountable here on the Emos to Witness show, the Phil show. The fuck I look like. Hit that like, subscribe button. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify. Coming soon. Emos, the website, emostowitness.com. But it's a little rant on old folks today. I have to do it because with Biden falling down like that, and seeing the shit I've been seeing from the reckless driving, the slow driving, we need to put some parameters around y'all. Keep your freedoms tight. Keep your freedoms tight. But I mean, shit's got to change, America. And I think we got to start with the old folks. So this is an old folks show episode. With Biden tripping and falling. I'm seeing like Russia wants to challenge Putin to a live debate, just to fuck with him. Ain't that sad? When they want to challenge your president to a spelling bee to see how well he can talk. I don't appreciate that, Russia. I'm pro America, y'all. That's when we got to fight back. We can't let our old folks be under attack like that. They had a rough year in COVID land. So here on the Emos Witness Show, we're going to tap into a lot of things. We're going to tap into that. I know it's a little silly, but it's serious. We need strong leadership. We need young leadership. We need term limits. We need our policy protected. We need our Constitution protected, right? I'm sorry. We need the right to free speech, right to bear arms, right to protest, freedom of protest. Those things are under attack in 2020. And then, like I said, when we came forward and we see that we have this new administration that I think was elected on false pretenses, and then you look at the age, and then you look at the leadership behind our current president. It's the same. Nothing new under the sun. It's the same. You got old leadership pushing old policies, causing potential new dangers, and we don't want that in our society. We're a melting pot of greatness for the last 200 years. If you really think about the good, and you take away some of the bad, you look at some of the innovation that we're producing, even today, even in the past. Spurred by our small businesses, but spurred by our youth. And what do you have, man? You have corruption. Corrupts absolutely. And so the bigger you get, or even as an individual or as a group, you become corruptible. And so we want to stop. We want to bring that to light and expose it, while keeping the good. Where's this old ass going trip that fast, go up the stairs like that? What are you trying to show us? You got 2 German shepherds. You just brought 2 new ones, or you brought a new one and he's going around biting people. You're reversing immigration policies. We're getting to immigration today. You're reversing immigration policies, making things worse at the border. China is cussing you out on the world stage just 2 days ago, embarrassing us. You know, this has been a bad week for the Biden administration. It's truly covertly been a bad start from the very beginning of January. I mean, I know we got our COVID checks. You know, I know we got our stimulus. I know we got our economic bill of 1.9 trillion. And we're gonna get into that too here on the Emotional Witness Show. Hit that like, subscribe button. I think it's phantom. I think the bill is phantom. I think the bill is covered, and I mentioned this to cover all economic woes. Yes, the job report showed a 379,000 jump last month. 355 were hospitality and restaurants. That's seasonal. That was expected. We had closed cities. We had closed liberal cities for months. They're just not opening up. You take away those numbers, we're in a deficit when it comes to jobs. Now, what's that going to hold into the future, into the fall? We got a battle between, finding us, I guess, what the Biden administration is trying to do is a covert way to restart the economy. You know, I think this economy is potentially a paper tiger. And we're using these bills to fund our economy because it's weak in all areas, in all sectors, potentially. Except for in corporate, during the Trump administration when the corporate tax rate was lowered, spurring business, spurring manufacturing. We're seeing that being reversed. We're seeing the Keystone Pipeline losing jobs reversed. You see states pushing back on that, knowing it was a bad idea to cancel that deal. The damage is done to us in Canada. You know, we are no longer leading from behind. We're not leading peace through strength. We're not America first right now. We're trying to show people that we're back when we were already leading the charge, leading the attack, and coming back. Now we're trying to kowtow and show you guys like, hey, we're back. No, we're not. We were in the middle of trade deals, peace deals, and trade wars. We were pushing policies that were working. Now we put all that to a halt and we stopped. Now we're trying to, I don't know what we're doing. You know, it's like a review, and this social agenda being pushed through. You just see with the immigration policies that are being implemented. You know, on one hand, you got the press secretary Pizzacki saying no one should come across the border, and then I'm watching this Sunday Today show this past Sunday, and they're saying how there's, let me see my notes. This is ridiculous. This is going on at the border, you guys. Malik, I might have to jump around and start talking about immigration because that's how bad this issue is. You guys don't know. You guys have no clue what's going on at the border right now. You know, it's overcrowded. It's a backlog. Huge migrant surge, and you got the Biden administration doing the blame game at the time when it's not necessary. It's not the time. Like that's what I said. We playing politics with so-called crises and issues that are very important that affect lives. You question how serious it is. It just shows you that power is more important. So let me see. We'll skip the 5 broken pound. What's that? That because I don't have my laptop there. So it's that third post. Go 2 back. One more. Okay, yeah. So we'll skip all that. Let's go to Pizzacki and let's hear what she says about.
Just mentioned
schools. Let's go to 112.
The bill would give $170 billion to schools from elementary through college, but the CBO projects that 95% of that money, again, won't be spent this year, but will be spent from 2022 through 2028. And let me drill down even further. $480 million of the COVID relief bill, according to the CBO, would go to the arts, humanities, museums, libraries. Again, what does that have to do with emergency COVID relief and getting kids back into school this year?
Well, first of all, the 90% of this package goes to address the twin crises we're facing right now, Chris, which is getting the pandemic under control and helping the American people go back to work, helping them get the relief they need to get through this period of time. Schools are like businesses, Chris. They need to budgetary plan over a period of time. Some have to front load changes, whether it's to their facilities or ensuring that if they have to hire additional teachers or bus drivers at this point in time to ensure they can do safe social distancing.
Decade from now.
Well, they have to plan over the period of time. I'm sure I don't want my kids to be going to school where they have to fire teachers next year or won't have to be able to do the facility upgrades, I should say, necessary in order to ensure they're going to school safely. That's exactly what is included in this package.
Oh, well.
Let me turn to another subject about the bill. Now,
well, see, that's what I'm talking about, the deception, the nonsense, you know. And, you know, this bill is not COVID. This bill is not COVID. It's to restart our economy. And, you know, in particular, like I said in previous shows, the liberal cities. The cities that destroyed themselves in 2020, well, since 2016 to 2020, those last 4 years, blowing up, having temper tantrums, trying to get our previous president out of office. You know? And just now, they're just now opening up, but they need funding. Funding that the previous president refused to give them because we knew they were playing a political game. But now it's more serious than that too, right? We have a global economy, and where do we rank in that? You know, how's our debt and our value? How do other countries approach us and view us with disrespect? And I mentioned in the last episode China, and now Russia's trying to do the same. But on immigration, and on COVID, and on our spending, it leaves much to be desired, and it shows you how people view us, how other countries view us. Our shakiness, our being wishy-washy with our numbers and our answers. You know, I mean, we have a bill here that the COVID relief is spread out for 10 years. That sounds like a budget to me. I mean, that sounds like an economic boost. I mean, that sounds like a planning for future years. For potentially money we don't really have, so we're getting it now. I've never seen a pandemic that's supposed to be so urgent, even like a stimulus, for example, where we have to spread the money out over 10 years. I don't understand that. You give the people what they need now so we can reopen these schools. Our children are suffering. And they have been for the whole year. The development, the stats show, the numbers have shown. Our kids are behind now, even more. I'm thankful that my daughter was in school all last year. You know, no matter how late I got her there, hey, at least she got her development, right? Which is getting her education without any kind of political wrangling from teachers' unions, from politicians to misleads in these bills. And we've been misled on immigration, and Pazak, she continues in her nonsense in this video on Fox News. Let's go to that portion of the clip, Malik. I want to show people about this one as well. And dig into immigration. Yeah, it's ridiculous, you guys.
The president, or rather the Biden administration this week reopened a migrant facility for children that was used under President Trump, and that unleashed a storm of criticism. As you know, Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez tweeted, "This is not okay, never has been okay, never will be okay, no matter the administration or party." Now, you have distinguished between what you admit you are doing and what the Trump administration is doing. I'm asking you a different question, though. Isn't the Biden administration contributing to this crisis by reversing the Trump policy, which called for immediately returning migrant children who cross the country, unaccompanied children who cross the border by themselves? Their Border Patrol officials are saying that you are creating a surge, and that by May we could see a bigger surge than we saw during the worst moments of the 2019 crisis on the border.
Well, Chris, the vast majority of families and adults are turned away at the border. This is not the time to come, and we have been very clear about that. But our approach from the Biden administration is that we think the most humane step we can take here is to have these children, unaccompanied, kids under 18, not send them back to take a treacherous path forward. This is a difficult choice, but that's one that we felt was the right one, the most humane one, because these are kids. They're fleeing prosecution. They're fleeing difficult circumstances in their country, and our objective is to treat them humanely and to keep them safe. And the reason, I should say, that we opened this facility is because of COVID, Chris, as you know, and that's why it's open, because we want to keep these kids safe, including at a time where we're facing a pandemic.
All right, well.
But aren't you, by changing the...
Yeah, well. Again, more deception. You have a Biden administration that's sitting there and telling this. Actually, that was aired like 3 weeks ago, and they said that you know, don't come, stay where you are, don't cross the border illegally. We're not here to accept you. Well, I was watching the Sunday Today show yesterday on Sunday with Willie Geist, and it's a shit show, man. There's huge surges across the border. We're building new facilities in Pecos, Texas. You know, we got migrants all across the border. And the thing is, it's the same fake storyline. It's people fleeing because their country is just unstable and people are getting killed right and left, and there's murders and treachery all over their country, and they have to flee. They have to flee like it's medieval times, or it's a plague or something, or somebody's invading their country. And it's like this shit happens everywhere. People getting killed every day in this country. You know, I mean, I know, you know, they say political reprisals and so I'm listening to the Today Show, or Sunday Today with Willie Geist on Sunday. They interviewed this Hispanic woman, and she's talking about how her dad was shot when she was a kid or something. And they're like, "Why are you here?" And she's like, "Well, how old are you now?" She's like 19 or you know what I'm saying? She's like 19, but like, hold on, what happened those last 18 years? Or what I mean, is that enough reason for you to flee illegally across our border and drain our resources? Or come in here illegally and then get duped into voting Democratic so our policies and our leadership is slanted? See, it's Democrats pushing this nonsense. Again, I'm citing this show because I don't have the video clip, but on the Sunday Today show, I have notes, and the gentleman also stated another interview is that the Biden administration is encouraging people to come across the border. To, you know, once the administration said they're keeping children, or they're not sending people back, and they're sending people. This is the exact process. People are coming in across the border. They're checking for COVID, and they're sending them off to their nearest relative. And that's what's going on. That's exactly what's going on, right? That's the process. If there's overcrowding, and if there's people that's unaccompanied by adults, they're keeping them. No one's going back over. So you get that message, you're coming over if you want to. Why not? You're getting a free opportunity in life. You're getting free housing, and you're getting hit with all these health and human services are coming in and giving you all the resources you need. EBT, ID, and housing. Labor, cheap labor, eventually. That's what it's all about. And then eventually votes. Your vote, their vote. Superseding your vote. Making you question your voter integrity. Make you question our Constitution. Is it intact? Are we being censored? Is it no longer, our voice no longer being heard no matter how much we talk? Have we given up? Are we just like, fine, man, just view our identity all you want. Trample on our freedoms all you want. Lower our wages and our labor all you want. Increase our prices all you want. Flood our gates all you want. Without any kind of process, legal process. I'm all for immigration. Like that subscribe button. You guys, I'm Emos to Witness, the Phil Show. Fuck I look like. Holding truth to power. Holding people accountable here on the Emos to Witness Show. Hit that subscribe button. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify. Website coming soon. emostowitness.com. Check me out. But we gotta dig into it, y'all. We gotta dig into why is it upside down? Why is down up and up and down? Why is it like that? I know you have these thoughts in your head and you question yourself like, what the fuck I look like? Why is it like this? That's ass backwards. You know, I'm for a merit-based system when it comes to immigration. I'm not. There's no bias. I mean, I know we have some biased agendas out there, but this isn't me being biased. This is me being fair. Me seeking fairness, seeking our leaders to be objective, to be honest with the process. See, the immigration thing is a political football. You know, they're never gonna be serious about this issue. You know, it's the same drama every time. You know, it is a crisis though, and the thing about it, Democrats don't want to send anybody away. Republicans, they want to send you away if you're illegal. At least the Trump policy was. You gotta come in the right way. Now we gotta handle the dreamers, and we're doing so. That's fine. But these people unabashedly come across the border. That has to stop. It's unnecessary. Even if anything, for a security standpoint, from a militaristic standpoint, we're opening ourselves up, and we've already done so. You can call me paranoid all you want to, but we need to secure our border, ladies and gentlemen, the right way. We quit playing the games with this topic for so long. If people are on the border suffering, we need to take care of that. We need to call it what it is. We're not putting kids in cages. We're putting people in cages. Yeah, I mean, if you want to call it that, fine. But we're trying to solve the fucking issue. If you got any suggestions, bring it. Bring it to the table. But right now, our old folks are being attacked. Biden's been challenged to a spelling bee by Putin. China done cussed out Secretary of State in Alaska this past Saturday. And the thing about it was that the Chinese government was kind of partly correct. You know, hey, mostly. Who are we when our human rights record is all jacked up to speak our mind about like I said, it's a trade war. It's a Cold War. And, you know, I already designated China the 2016, the 2020 COVID champs. But are we going to let them win the economic war? Man, I don't know. We'll see. Right now, it doesn't seem like any country's scared of us. There's no country really, you know, worried about what we're going to do or what we're going to say if they're talking like that in our faces. They're telling us to shut the fuck up, stay in the house, order your DoorDash, and watch football and basketball. Yeah, and we got this. So, I don't know. Very frustrating when I watch, like I said, when I watch the Sunday Today show and I see this past clip where they're saying we don't want to buy over the border, but you're permitting this over the border, and now a crisis has happened. We got a surge. You know, it's not lost children. It's coyotes bringing these children over here. You know, overcrowding or border crossings have surged 20% since January in a month. You know, they open up additional facilities. They test you for COVID and they release you. You know, they got 28-year-old women telling stories about their dad getting killed at age 9. That's why they came across the border to America. I don't know if that requirement's enough. I'm gonna ask Malik. Malik, is that a good enough requirement? If like someone was caught across the border illegally, and like, hey, how'd you get here? What? Tell us your story. Well, my father was killed when I was 9. And she's sitting there with you. She's like 30, man. At this point, it's like, is that a prerequisite? Does that count for you to cross over legally, become a U.S. citizen?
So was she in America when she was born until she was 9, or was she 9 and then came into?
She was chilling when she was chilling, eating Fruit Loops in Guatemala. Dad got shot, and then I don't know, from this point, from 9 to up to this point, she was still chilling in Guatemala, and then she comes across the border at age 28. And then the story that she gives people is that my dad died when I was 9. Is the reason why I came across the border. I mean, I literally watched that on Sunday Today. I'm citing my source, Sunday Today by Willie Geist. It was on TV Sunday morning. And I was in there listening to that shit. It's strange how I couldn't find the clip on YouTube afterwards. I wanted to bring it on the show. And I thought that was strange. It's like they had to air it for news purposes, but they didn't want anybody to see this shit in the future after that. The story was pretty bad. I'm telling you, it was a bad week for the Biden administration. So what are the requirements, man, to get? I'll look it up officially. What are the requirements to get across the border? Do you think being age 9, 21 years ago counts? You know what I mean? I don't think so. I think you want to say yeah. Malik, do you want to chime in on that?
I'm confused by the story, so I can't really give an input.
Well, what I'm saying, she used a bad tragedy that happened when she was young as an excuse to get over the border, or why she crossed the border illegally. You see what I'm saying? Because like right now, you're interviewing us, and you're like in your upper 20s, and you just came across the border, and I mean, I could see if you gave us a more recent example, like if you said, yeah, there's a war going on, a civil war between so and so and so and so right across my neighborhood, and I had to flee. Gang violence is on an all-time high in my neighborhood. I mean, even that don't count. Your neighborhood in Guatemala. See, look, my policy is we need to have a merit-based economy, and we need to either shore up these other countries or work with these other countries to get their governments in order. You know, if you have healthy governments, your people they're not gonna leave. They have it better over here, they're gonna try to leave it. But if we seal our borders up, we make it merit-based, where they know they can't just come here and get here, and we also hold Mexico accountable. I think we were doing all that, man, and now it all stopped. Now it's all chaos, and we're gonna continue to see. I think you answered the question. I'm talking over you now, but I just think that we need to go back. See, a lot of these rules are already on the books. We need to go back and enforce them. That's what we were doing, you guys. We were enforcing our immigration policies. Not through the executive orders, but actually implementing laws that are on the books. And to this day, we're still getting pushed back, and I think we have to continue to push back as well because it affects your vote. In 2022 and 2024, get a steady stream of people coming across the border being admitted as U.S. citizens. They're going to vote the leadership that put them there, that gave them their freedom. That's Democrats. We are a country that opens ourselves up to the world. We will take your poor. We will take your weak. We will take your hungry. But it's 2021. We got to have some kind of objectivity to all this. Put it in all perspective. How it all relates to our overall societal well-being. How does it affect your freedoms? Here at Emos the Witness Show, we're here to expose all these things and bring them to light, bring them to your attention, so you can be better informed citizens. Okay? And me as your witness, as your guide. Hit that like, subscribe button. Catch me every Monday, Wednesday, Friday live from 10 to 11 a.m. Wave 1 Media, downtown 120 East Market Street. And we're gonna dig into these issues, these politics, all these topics. All the political jargon, all the tit for tat, and we're gonna see who's telling us the truth. Let's hold them accountable, you guys. And I'm just your witness, because I know, like you were tired of being duped in 2016 or 2020 elections. You're tired of hearing the mainstream media lie to you or mislead you, misinformation that provides you half truths. No follow-up, bad journalism, gotcha politics, hit pieces, corrections in the papers that are on the back page that aren't really corrections, but the slander has already been done. We're gonna stop all that. We're gonna at least bring it to light. Bring these leaderships to light. Try to change the dynamic, try to change the climate. And I think it's getting better in some ways. I actually read something about Trump actually starting his own social media, Twitter site here in a couple months. We need competition. We need competition in every industry. Competition spurs creativity and it lowers wages. Lowers cost. Not wages, but cost. Sealing up, and I believe in this, sealing up the border, making a merit-based economy, or a merit-based system of getting into this country, I think that spurs wage increases to those who need it, to those who are true citizens. But again, I'm for immigration. I'm not against any race or any agenda. I'm against poor leadership or corrupt leadership, corrupt entities. So let's bring that to light. Let's bring that to light on this show. As we grow, this Emos the Witness to Field show. Happy Monday to you guys. I want you to have a great start to the week. I want you to keep these things on your mind, these immigration policies, the rhetoric, the back and forth, the jargon, the nonsense. Right now there's a crisis down there, and it's not getting any better. But we have to stop it. We have to fix it. We do. One way you can fix it is keep talking about it, because as you know, other than the previous administration, the Biden administration has been more. They've been secretive. They've been quiet. They've been in the press. I mean, Biden has not done a live press conference in now about 120 days. He's done a couple weak interviews, a couple softball questions, but he's being covered. He's being hidden. We can't see images on the border. We can't see, they won't show us any images or any new footage. This is a secret administration. It was like it was the same way during the Obama administration. Okay, this ain't nothing but the Obama administration part 2. And I'm trying to tell you, the other countries in this world do not respect Obama as much people think that they did. A lot of hope, a lot of inspiration, a lot of soft talk, of promises, but never really getting done, except for poor healthcare policy. But internationally, we weren't respected, and it's the same way now. And I've showed you that with China and Russia already trying to move all this review of military policies and all this stuff, it's all going bad. And we're going to expose you to talk about these things in the upcoming episodes. So I want you to enjoy, you guys. So I want you to have a happy start of the week. And I'm Emos the Witness. We'll be back on Wednesday to talk about more immigration. And, really dig into COVID as well. I didn't really dig into COVID that much, but I want to talk about that as well. There's still a lot of deception, a lot of political play being involved. It involves the teachers union, and it involves opening up. And now I guess we've now been lowered the standards. CDC lowered the protocols of 3 feet apart. So we'll see how that pans out and what 3 feet apart means. And does that encourage you to get the vaccine or open up more and come out more? We'll see. But again, a lot of confusion out there, a lot of mixed messaging, a lot of reports too of some issues with vaccines, AstraZeneca, for example. But anyway, a lot to talk about, a lot of issues. We'll dive into it all throughout this week. Enjoy yourselves. I'm Emos the Witness, and I'm out.